We're finally out here working on the Miata. Today we're gonna cut the AC bracket now. I already took it off. As you can see, it's not there. Oh my god, it's off. I did have the idea to install the Miata compressor onto the SR20 bracket, but it's not going to work. Where the pulley sits on the Miata one, it's like a quarter inch difference, so the belt would not be straight. So that kind of stinks, but that's okay. Tyler's gonna cut the bracket so it doesn't sit on the steering rack anymore. What we previously did as well is cut the intake manifold. We lopped off a piece of the intake manifold that goes here, probably close to an inch that we took off. We just cut it and then I just sprayed a little paint on it. We have a handful of things to do today. We're gonna try and put the engine and transmission in together, hopefully. If you hear a lot of noise, they're working on our house, so ignore it. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is taking the shifter gasket off, and then I'm going to clean it up so we can put the new gasket on. We put the oil line on for the oil return for the turbo. I've got the AC bracket done and painted, sitting there. So Tyler finally got the shifter to go in.
Had to take off this little boot thing first and then slowly press that in, and then that just went right into it.
Here's the AC bracket now. It was like this one. Come on. So it was like this, where it has a flange at the bottom. But what Tyler did was rounded it off. So it hopefully shouldn't hit. But we'll find out. So I'm going to put the compressor back on, and I did find out that our existing AC wire to plug into this will work. So that's good. Again, sorry for the noise. They're working on my house. So for this problem here, where the heater hose comes out, specifically this one, the furthest right, interferes with this, like I said, and in the instructions we have from the Typhoon kit that we bought, it says to go ahead and cut this off. We're gonna go ahead and cut this probably to here, just make it a straight line. Tyler's gonna do that. Hopefully we don't have any more issues.
Make sure that everything's sealed.
We're cutting everything. We're gonna make sure that everything is sealed, and so no metal shavings can get anywhere, because it's going to get a little crazy. Tyler got the short shifter on and working good. And then we found the bolts for the slave cylinder, so we have that on here. Yeah. This one's like totally stripped out, the threads. Tyler finished cutting that. It looks pretty good. So we got the transmission on the engine, not without hardships. Taking the shifter back off so we can put it, we're gonna actually try and drop the whole assembly in, since the transmission was really difficult to get on. Hooked up the heater hoses in the back here, that way we don't have to access it later. We just wrap some around. We'll cut them when we need to. Got the starter in. It's just 2 bolts. Ours is stripped out, so we had to put a nut on this side. Got the transmission on, slave cylinders on. We'll see if our normal Miata slave cylinder line hooks up to this as well. We're gonna figure out how to put this on. We took the shifter off to put it into the car because we're gonna put the whole assembly in. We're gonna try and put it in, right, Tyler?
Yeah. No, it's going in. Whether it wants to or not, it's going in today.
So hopefully it goes in. it took us forever. Forever!
The problem was when we tied it up, once we had the transmission on, it was slightly tilted. So we were fighting that issue the entire time. The bolts just wouldn't go in. Jimmy rigging it with a piece of wood just to get it to go in. Then it finally sat down flush. But yeah, the only thing we have to reinstall is the rear transmission mount, and then the short shifter. And other than that, drive shaft, backbone, things ready to go.
We're not hitting anymore.
Woo!
Oh, beautiful.
How much more
Jesus
clearance do we
Christ.
have? Oh my God.
Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that without a light. There it goes. It's like
literally
barely not touching, or it's just slightly. The only thing I can see
it
might
literally.
just slightly be touching on the bolt thing here.
Yeah, but that's not too bad.
So we shaved this block off like you saw earlier, and it fits perfect now. No issues. You can easily get a hose on there. Hopefully we don't have to take the engine and transmission back out. It's going to be terrible. We had such a fun time putting it in. But like Tyler said, we think it's just because it wasn't quite level. But at least it's in. So the starter's in. We shaved the AC bracket down. Looks good. It's not hitting. Cut the lower manifold, intake manifold, so that's not hitting the back. Cut the lug piece off of the back of the head on the left side so the heater core can run heat, do its job. Other than that, we still have to run all the lines and wiring still.
Wiring comes in.
I promise wiring's coming soon. I really wanted to get the engine set in before I started to run all the wires, because I want everything to be almost perfect for lengthwise inside. Plus I still need to figure out exactly where I'm putting the ECU. I have an idea, but I need to just make sure it fits correctly. I mean, that's it for today. I mean, that took literally putting the engine and transmission in took like 3 hours.
Just that.
Just trying to put it in took like 3 hours, so I don't have a lot of footage because I just ended up turning the camera off. Haven't had a lot of time to work on the car. I've been really busy with work, and I'm still going to be really busy with work, so I'm going to try and do as much as I can. Yeah, so stay tuned for what's to come. Lots more goodies and everything. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more about the SR20. Because I got a lot more stuff to do on it, and I'm going step by step to try and help anybody else who wants to possibly do the engine swap. We'll see you in the next video. Later.